welcome to the final game of the day for the Lancers here at the Memorial Tournament. 2-2 Altoona losing to St. Ambrose. Lancers got the 2 in their pool. Pullman took the 1, and they will take on Marshfield over at center court across your screen as they beat Memorial, who dropped down to the 2 spot, which is who the Lancers are playing here in their final game. Winner will take 3rd place, loser will take 4th. We are back on court number 1 for the 2nd time today. Memorial currently 13 and 15 on the year, 99th in Wisconsin, with the Lancers being 2 into 3rd in Wisconsin, and 14 and 11 on the year after losing their last one to Pullman. What a strong showing from them against one of the best teams in Wisconsin. See if they can get some momentum from that game going into this one, as these 2 teams had a history last year playing in this Memorial Tournament at Memorial, with Memorial winning in the championship game. Now both playing in the 3rd place game. As Memorial still the host, and they will start off the serving. This one sent across for Bartles, tipped it to the net, and that'll drop down. The Lancers starting off strong in a 1-0 lead. Lancers 1 and 2 on the day, trying to end this day at 500 and keep a solid record going into next week. Luke will head back to serve with a 1-point lead. Running saved on the line. Something right back to her, tipped it to the net, now to play off the hands of Bartles. Memorial ties it up at 1. To that corner, Gergel is there. Thompson will set one across for Radical. Good touch, that'll drop down. Plenty of space right in the middle, and Radical found all of it, putting the Lancers up by 1, 2-1. And now Thompson back to serve for the Lancers. 10. Chloe enters in. Dug up in the back. Sets one across near side. Down the cross court to the line. Now to play. The Lancers go up by 2, 3-1. Right to the hands of Durkop. Back set to the back line. Out of play. The Lancers go up by 3, 4-1. Good spot dug up by Durkop. Radical gonna send it right back. Putting the Lancers up by 4, 5-1. And a strong showing early. Back line drive back up for Kling. She's going to tap it over. Starting all the way across for Radical to the back line. Out of play. Was it touched? It was not. And Memorial bringing it back within 3. Now 5-2. And it'll be the libero, number 6, Durkop, putting back to serve. Thompson sending across for Radical. Tipped to the net, and that one going to drop down in front of Durkop, going right back to the Lancers. Back up by 4 with Quaid entering in for Gergel, and Bartles heading back to serve. Bartles has had a great day serving on this court, and 3 as well. Trying to extend the Lancer lead here. Back corner, dropping down on the line. Another ace with Bartles on the day, putting them up by 5. Back line, this one's sent high, close to the ceiling, but won't touch. Long way to go for Kling, so sent to the back line, received by Radical. Thompson pumps one back up for Radical. Gonna loft it over the block, dropping down under the hands of a couple of diving Abes. Putting the Lancers up by 6, 8-2. Close to the neck, and it's it back off it. Quick set, hung in the air and ended up tipping it over. Handled by the Lancers, back up for Radical again. High from Durkop. Back up for Kling, off the hands of Bartles and out of play. As they break the run and bring themselves back within 5 now, 8-3. 15 and 4. Gerber and Stout will enter. With number 4, Stout heading back to serve. Dug up from Radical to back, and a set one back for Radical. Center, she'll knock one down, straight down off the hands of Stout. And Lancers right back up by 6-9-3, with Radical heading back to serve. Radical in the sets against Pullman had back-to-back aces twice in sets 1 and 2 in big spots. As she'll drop down ace number 1 for the first set here, off the top of the net and rolling down. Put the Lancers into double digits, up by 7. The back line, Durkop for Teresa Gadet, touch back and under the net. Lancers now up by 8, 11-3, and a timeout by Memorial. Timeout. Lancers up by 8, 11-3, with Radical back serving. Good spot. She'll drop down to the race off the hands of Durkop, her second of the set. Putting the Lancers up by 9. The back line, chipped out of play for yet another ace. Back to back for Radical. She's now got 3 in the set. And it's a 10-point Lancer lead. And now Gunderson will enter in for Chloe with Radical back once again. And she gets 3 in a row. Received cleanly. Set back on the run, down the line, out of play. Untouched by the Lancers as they go up 11. Lawson short, running safe. Sets in the center quickly. It's tip tied by Bartles. Thompson not going to make it there. As Memorial finally breaks the run and bring themselves back within 10, 14-4. And Leah Redwine who will enter and head back to serve. Middle received by Starling. Thompson over there, cross for Leduc. Lost one center. Durkop steps up to get it. Back across near side. Diving save from Radical. Thompson line drive into the hands of Leduc. Not much chance, but a good effort from the Lancers as Memorial brings it back within 9, 14-5. High from Bartles. Thompson up for Leduc. Good spot, sliding save in the back by Durkop. And they set one up near side. Into the net, tipped up by Quaid. With no chance that one ended up going under. Memorial trying to go on a run here. They've got it now within 8. With Redwine still serving. And off goes the Starling out of play for Memorial Ace. Bringing them now within 7. From Radical. Thompson was bringing a set of the cross for Leduc. Boston to the back line. Tipped out of play. Off the hands of Stout. And now Starlin back to serve for the Lancers to the back line. Durkop misjudges. Ends up having to jump forward to get it. Tipped back and bumped over by Topper. Back across for Leduc. Blocked at the net. Rolling back to Memorial side. Sent high and out of play. And Lancer lead goes right back up to 9, 16-7. Truck on the line, get it dropped down for an ace off the hands of Gunderson. An ace for Starland, bringing the Lancers up by 10 once again. Right on the line, high to the ceiling, won't touch. Tip back and into the net. As the Lancers go back up by 11, now 18-7 on the final timeout from Memorial. Timeout. Lancers up by 11, 18-7 on Memorial, with Starland still back to serve. To the corner. Sentai gonna set one back quickly on the run, off the net, diving save from Starland. Radical back up for Quaid. Back corner, sent high. Back across near side of the run, Redwine will just tap it over. Starland back up for Thompson, blocked into the net, tip back over, Thompson is there. Back up for Leduc. Back line, tipped out of play off the hands of Redwine. Lancers up by 12, 19-7. Running safe by Jerkoff, and they set one back on the run through the hands of Bartles to the floor. Memorial going to bring it back with an 11, 19-8. Back, Bartle's going to let it go, untouched, and that one goes out of play. Bringing the Lancers into the 20s, up by 12. And now Gurgle will enter in to serve. Down the line, tipped out of play, an ace for Gurgle, off the hands of Gerber. Lancers now go up by 13. Discussion now of the scorer's table. Trying to get something figured out, not sure what. Looks like it might be a problem with the Lancer lineup. Good news for the Lancers. Pullman, the team that the Lancers played close, lost by 8 in the first set and 3 in the second set, is down by 11, 22-11 to Marshfield in that first place game. Things have been figured out. Gurgle back to serve once again. Set up quickly center, just tapped over, Sterling in a dive. Thompson gonna tip one right back, tipped up. On the run, long way to go. Miscommunication, ends up backing away at the last second. As the Lancers get their largest lead of the day by 14, 22-8. We have number 14, Kling, entering back in for Redwine. We'll go back once again, just 3 points away. Back corner, retreating is Durkop set quickly center. Radical right there to get it. Luke on the run, back up for Bartles. Tapped right back. And Lancers in the net. Bumped it up quickly. Memorial sent it right back, but ended up crossing the line. As we'll bring it back within 13, 22-9. With Schroeder back to serve. They're going to send it right back. Tipped right back off the net. Starling gets it in the air. Thompson tipped it back for Gergel, who will bump it over. Saved and just faked over. Thompson sends one back high. Luke will send one across for Bartles to the back line. Line drive, tipped back up in the air. And sent to the back by Schroeder. Radical sends it right back. Tipped off the net and drops down. As Gunderson got up in a hurry to send it back to the Lancer side and bring her team back within 12. Off one short. Luke right there. Going to set one across for Thompson. Good spot. Diving one-handed save. Tip back over. Luke gets a hand on it. Now going to send it back in the air. Radical across for Bartles. Good touch. Blocked immediately. And onto the sideline. Bringing it back with an 11. 22-11. As Schroeder continues to serve. The corner tip tied by Duke. Starling sends one across for Bartles. So just bump it over. Running save in the back, gonna set one far side. Down the line, Radical gets it back in the air. Bartles back across, and Starling will just bump it over. Save to set quickly center, to the back line, out of play. Untouched by the Lancers, and they're just 2 points away, up by 12, 23-11. And it'll be Leduc back to do it. Into the net. And we'll give it back to Memorial. And now Seibel will enter in for Gergel. High from Starling. Luke will send it all the way across for Radical on a standstill. The back line sent high by Durkop. Colson going to set one back near side. Blocked on the play off the hands of Thompson. That was Kling who'll get the kill. Bringing our team back within 10. And the corner off hands of Duke. Thompson running. Gets a hand on it, but ends up sending it out of play. And Memorial brings it now within 9. Save from Luke. Thompson once again sends it out of play. No chance for her. As Memorial now brings them within 8. Right back to Luke. Just going to get clean over for Thompson. Back across for Radical. That one will fall right down the line. Lancers back up by 9, just 1 point away. Back for the win will be Thompson. Down the line, sent high. Back across near side to the back, off the face of Seibel and out of play. Brings Memorial back within 8, 24-16. They're going to need 8 straight to keep this one going. Back to do it will be Durkop. Tie from Radical. Back across for Radical. Tip it to net. Diving save, getting it back up. Durkop sends it across. Off the hands of Leduc. Seibel racing back. Gets a hand on it, but not in the right direction. As Memorial brings it now within 7, 24-17. Off the net, Radical sends one high. Thompson back up for Radical. To the back line, tipped high. Back across near side once again for Kling. Blocked the net, but out of play. Memorial now brings it within 6, 24-18. tie from Radical. Back up for Bartos. He'll tap it over. Tipped right back along the net. Radical tips it over. Good spot. Sent back high. Dirk up across. Near side for Kling. Offense. Luke out of play. And now a 5-point game. The Lancers struggle to get this last point. Led this one by as many as 12. Memorial slowly chipping away, and now a strong run towards the end as they look to get into the 20s here. Down the line, received high from Luke. Thompson up for Radical. Blocked at the net, tipped back high. Radical can't save it. And Memorial now within 4. Back, Luke will send one high. Thompson across for Radical. That'll do it. Bouncing under the hands of Gunderson as the Lancers take the first set by 5, 25-20. We are back to the second set. Lancers had a 12-point lead in that first one. Ended up probably closer than that should have been. As Moore had a strong run at the end to bring them back within 5. Lancers ended up taking that first set 25-20 as they look to end it out here and take third place in this Memorial Tournament and improve to 2-2 on the day and back up to 15-11 on the year. Luke to the back, receives center by Durkop. Sent across near side to the back line, out of play. And Lancers start off up 1-0. Back to Durkop once again. Gonna set one back. Tipped up to the hands of Leduc. Thompson sends one up center for Bartles. Tipped at the net. That one ends up back into that. Tipped twice off the hands of Graham. As the Lancers go up 2-0. Had a very strong start and kept that right up to the end in the first set. Looking to do the same here. Tip back. Good touch back over. Starlin is there. Back up for Radical. High off the hands of Durkop. Sent back up into play. And Durkop will tap it over. Tip tie from Starlin. Gurgle back up into play. And Thompson will bump it over. To the back line, Durkop retreats. Back up near side. Down the line under the hands of Leduc. And Memorial brings it back within 1, 2-1. Gunderson now back to serve. Playing saved by Luke. Thompson across for Radical. Blocked. And off the hands of Luke back on the Lancer side. 2-2 with Memorial has a chance to take a lead. Two with number 2 Gunderson back to serve. Their second time here in this set. Received by Leduc. Back across for Radical again. Good touch over the block. Set back low and high by Leduc. Back across for Radical again, and play will stop off. And opposite court came into play. And they will reserve. Running save by Leduc. Thompson sets one back up for Radical. Good touch on the net line, running save. Bumps one back, has to fade away to get it to the back line. Leduc is there. Thompson back up for Radical again. Ends up mishitting it. Good spot on the net line anyway. Set back for Durkop and bounces off the net. Starlin back across Radical again. That one gonna drop down in between a diving Gunderson and Durkop. Puts the Lancers up by 1, 3-2 as Thompson heads back to serve. Down the line, sliding save. And running over to get it was Ferguson. Ended up running into Gunderson. He took the first hit. And goes down as an ace for Thompson. Dug up by Gunderson once again. Set back off the net from Kling. Redirected as Luke was heading the opposite way. Ends up dropping down on the sideline, which brings Memorial back within 1. From Leduc. Thompson runs up to get it, sends one back high for Radical. Beautiful spot, but blocked at the net. Tomper got up to turn it away. As Memorial now with a chance to take a lead, tied at 4. Durkop again down the line, that one out of play. As the Lancers get it back up by 1. Back, received off the shoulder, sent back high. To the back line, off the hands of Radical to the floor. As Memorial ties it right back up at 5. Gerber will enter in along with Stout, but it'll be Stout back to serve. Radical to the floor, and East Memorial putting them up by 1. Tip out into Luke, back-to-back aces for the Abes. They're up 7-5 now. Back, Luke lets it go, ends up dropping down in the corner. Now 3 straight aces for Memorial as they go up 8-5. Back line, that one gonna head out of play. As as the Lancers get it back within 2, 8-6. And a Radical heads back to serve. To the back corner, high off the shoulder. That one gonna drop down for another Radical ace. Radical's had some of her best serving of the year in this tournament. She's got now her 5th ace in just this game. Dropped down 4 in the Holman game as well. Down the line, sent high. Sets one back on the run for Kling. Thompson gets it back in the air. Radical back up for Koenig, so just bump it over. Koenig saving it back by Durkop. Set quickly, fading away down the line. Diving save from Radical. Thompson sets one back for Quaid. Gonna punch it over the block. Tipped out of play. And that's gone. Lancers tied up now at 8. Brought him back even now, trying to take back a lead. Good spot, diving save, tip back high, and I'll just bump it to the back. Radical retreating. Quaid gets it up for Leduc, so I'll have to just bump it over. Diving save back to the side. Luke sends it right back, tip back high. Back up near side. Right down the line. Bartles gets it back over, won't touch the ceiling. And Memorial will reset. Back for Kling, she'll tap it over, received by Thompson. Painting back up for Quaid on a standstill. Opposite line, sent high by Gunderson. Back across for Kling again to the back. Radical right there. Thompson across for Leduc. Blocked at the net. Tip back high from Quaid. Thompson back for Koenig. Tipped out of play. Off the hands of Gunderson and Stout. Long volley results in a Lancer 1-point lead, 9-8. Into the net. Memorial gets it back and tie it up at 9. And it'll be Starland entering in for Koenig, with Kling back to serve. The back sent high by Bartles. Back up for Leduc. Received cleanly by Durkop. Back across near side, into the net. Untouched for the Lancers as they go back up by 1, 10-9. And now Starland back to serve. Lines right back to the net, saved off the nets. And they will replay as an amazing save by Memorial, blown dead as thought the point was about to be over. And they will reserve. To the back line, tip tie. Running save at the back in the air, and we tap to the back, received by Radical. Starland trying to get over, ends up does. And Luke will send it over. Back up to the back line, out of play, untouched by Radical. That was Gunderson who sent it just a tad long. As the Lancers go up by 2, 11-9. Tied by Durkop, set quickly center, gonna tap it over. Leduc right there. Set back for Leduc. Into the net. Didn't get a clean jump. As Memorial goes, brings the game back within 1, 11-10. And now Topper to serve. Radical right there, gonna set one back for Quaid. Blocked to the net, tip back high from Starland. Went well out of play. As Memorial ties it up now at 11. Dug up from Radical. Set up center for Thompson. She'll knock one down in the back corner, tipping off the hands of Kling. Lancers hold on to a 1-point lead, 11-12, with Gurgle entering in for Quaid. And heading back to serve will be Gurgle. Hitting it weirdly and ends up going off into the net, which gives it right back to Memorial, tied at 12. And number 12, Schroeder, will head back to serve. behind here from Gurgle. Sterling back in the air. Gurgle, no chance. Heather that quickly had a long way to go. As Memorial goes up by 1, 13-12. High from Gurgle. Radical sends one up for Bartles. She'll set one up over the block. Set across their side off the net. Gurgle will take it up. Sterling sets one up for Bartles again. Stands still down the line, tipped high. Durkop back up center. We'll tap it over. Sterling right there. Chance for Lancers to get set. Back across for Thompson. Running save in the back by Kling. Back up near side for Redwine. Tip to the net. Sterling right there to save it. Tip back over by LeDuc. Handled and set back. Far side along the net line. Tipped it off the hands of LeDuc. And out of play. Memorial now with a 2-point lead, 14-12. Seibel now going to enter in for Gurgle. Corner. It puts the Lancers back within 1, 14-13. And LeDuc now back to serve. This is cleanly down the line. Set back near side. Tipped high at the net. Seibel gets it back up. Sterling will set it up for Radical. And received cleanly by Durkop. Back up off the net for Gunderson. Diving save. Thompson went back. LeDuc gonna get it over. Back high from Durkop once again. Set quickly center. Tipped high by Starland. Radical across for Thompson. She'll set one to the way back corner. Beautiful spots! Drop it down off the hands of Kling, and we're tied at 14. And now LeDuc back with a chance to take the lead. Durkop retreats to get it. Set back on the run. Dropping it down on the sideline. Memorial holds on to a 1-point lead, 15-14. And it'll be Gunderson back to serve for Memorial. Trying to bring their lead back. Diving save from LeDuc. Seibel sends one up for Bartles, so just bump it over. Receiving set back across near side. Blocked the net, put onto the Lancer side by Bartles. But Memorial in the net, which ties this one up at 15. And on center court, Holman easily handles Marshfield. 25-15 in the first one and 25-12 in the second. As Thompson's back to serve, trying to get the Lancers a lead. Set across near side to the back, out of play. Untouched by the Lancers, and they go up by 1, 16-15. Lancers have played Holman the closest here today, and are one set away from taking this one against Memorial. Up by 1 currently, 16-15. Dug up on the back by Durkop. Set back on the run. Blocked the net by Bartles, but onto the Lancers side. As the old Abes tied up at 16. Durkop back to serve, trying to give Memorial a lead now. High to the back, miscommunication by Radical, and Seibel ends up rolling down off the hands of Seibel. As Memorial goes back up by 1, 17-16. Down the line, out of play by about 2 inches. Radical lets that one go, and this one ties itself up at 17. Way to let her in for Seibel, and it'll be Bartles now back to serve. Received by Durkop. Set across near side, into the net by Kling. Lancers go back up by 1, 18-17. Back line, that one heads out of play. As we tie it up now at 18. Gerber and Stout will let her in, with Stout heading back to serve. Into the net, going right back to the Lancers up by 1. First game, Lancers had a firm hold. Memorial came back at the end, but not enough. And now this game going back and forth. Largest lead has been 4 in this set. As Radical back to serve now with a 1-point lead. That one going to head out of play for yet another Radical ace. Putting the Lancers into the 20s, up by 2. Radical continues her dominance with her serves here today, as he's trying to pull away late and take this match in 2. Received on the run, going to set one back. Tip it to net. Thompson gets to get it back over. Durkop will send it back up. Straight up for Thompson. Back up center for Quaid. To the back line, tip tie by Gunderson. Back up for Kling, trying to touch it over into the net. Lancers now up 3, 21-18. And Radical still back serving. Lancers get 1 or 2 more Memorial. Got anything about a timeout here, as this back and forth game is starting to get one-sided. Good spot from Radical, sliding save in the back. Sets it back row. Drop it down in the corner. And as Memorial breaks the run and bring themselves back within 2. Kling back to serve. Receive tie from Bartles. Thompson sets it up for LeDuc. Blocked to the net, tip tie from Radical. And it'll be a double hit on Radical, as it ended up rolling up her arm, which puts Memorial back within 1 with a chance to tie. The Lancers a quick 3-0 run. Memorial looking to respond, currently on a 2-0 run to the corner. That one gonna head out of play. And the Lancers hold on to a 2-point lead, 22-20. And now Starlin back to serve. Durkop sliding to get it. Sets it across near side. Under the hands of Bartles. Big kill for Gunderson, bringing the Memorial Abes back within 1. And now Topper back to serve with a chance to tie. Lancers are going to call a timeout beforehand. Currently up by 1, 22-21 with a 1-set lead. Back to the timeout, 22-21, a 1-point Lancer lead after taking the first set, 25-20. Topper currently serving, running save from LeDuc. Step back up for Quaid along the net and tip back high. On the run, close to the net, tip back over without a play. Untouched. And now line just as it is touched. And they'll give it to Memorial. Game ties up now at 22. Memorial trying to force a 3rd set. Chance to take a lead here. Tip tie from LeDuc. Radical back up for LeDuc. Blocked into the net. Tip back high. Up to the ceiling, won't touch. And dropping it down off the hands of LeDuc. Lancers nearly had a great save from Memorial, getting it back up in the air. And now taking a lead, 23-22. The back received cleanly by Bartles. Starlin sends one across for LeDuc. Good spot on the line. Diving save back to the Lancer side. Quaid gonna send one right back. Diving save again. Bumped back off the net and tapped over. LeDuc on a diving save. Can't get it up. And Memorial now up by 2, 24-22. And a timeout by the Lancers. Back in the timeout, Memorial with a 2-point lead, 24-22. Back and forth game. Lansing took a lead late. Memorial came back, and now they're up by 2 with a chance to win it here. Topper to serve. Dug up by Radical. Thompson pumps one back for Starland over the net. Received cleanly. Gonna set one up near side. Blocked to the net, but out of play. We are heading to a third set after Lansing took the first one, 25-20. Dropped the second, 25-22. Led to a third set to 15 in about 3 minutes. And we are back for the third and final set going to be played. The 15 Lansing took the first one, 25-20. Dropped the second, 25-22 on a strong 5-0 run to end the set by Topper. And here in a winner-take-all third set. Everyone else is done. We are the last game to go. The other two ended in 2 sets. As this one needs a third to complete it. Memorial won the toss, and they will get service for this third set. Back to do it will be Schroeder. Back received high from Radical. Starland's over and will set one up for Bartles to the back line, sent high. Back up near side. Blocked at the net, sent back high. Gonna go back and have to just set it over and a chance for Lansing to get set. Starland up for Bartles, blocked at the net, tipped around, but down to the floor as Memorial goes up 1-0. Back received high from Radical. Starland bumps one across for Thompson, blocked at the net, tipped back high from Radical. Starland bumps one over for Thompson to the back line, tipped high. Back across near side. And cross court onto the sideline. Puts Memorial up by 2-0. Kind of back from Radical. Starland sends one up for Bartles, so just bump it over. Received keenly by Kling. Back across near side, into the net, off the hands of Thompson. Memorial riding momentum from that last set, now on a 3-0 run. That one heads out of play, and the run ends, bringing the Lancers back within 2. Handling through respond early. Leduc back to serve. Dug up center, gonna set one across near side, off the net. Untouched by the Lancers, they're gonna say it was. Radical sends it right back, doesn't matter. Under the hands of a diving Kling. And Luke now with a chance to tie it up. Dug up center by Durkop. On the run, gonna bump one back high, has to step back and get it. Luke gets it in the back. Radical will bump one up for Thompson. And it'll be received cleanly by Kling. Back across on the run, gonna tap one up over the block. Radical gets one back, tipped back over by Bartles. Bumped back, and out of play. That was Gunderson who had to step back and get it. Tried to go cross court and sent it long as we're now tied at 3. Memorial starting out with a 3-0 run. Lancers match with a 3-0 run of their own. And now Leduc back with a chance to give him a lead. Durkop retreats out of the ceiling, won't touch. Back up close next, gonna tap one over. Thompson right there. Radical will send it over on the second. Diving save from Kling. Bump back into the nets. And Lancers back up by 1. She's tied in the back by Durkop. Set back. And that'll drop down on the line. Right in front of Gurgle. So a strong 4-0 run from the Lancers. Memorial gets it back, and we're now tied at 4. As Gunderson heads back to serve, trying to retake a Memorial lead. Received cleanly by Leduc. Thompson muscles it over. Back to Memorial's side. Kling tipped at the net. Back to Memorial's side once again. Set back. On the run, going to tap one over. Tipped off the hands of Starland. Gurgle was right behind her to take it. Ended up tipping it out of play. As Memorial goes up by 1, 5-4. Received by Gurgle. Get back high from Bartles. Radical on a standstill will get it over. Durkop retreats and it'll be set back near side for Kling. Tipped at the net. Radical on a dive, gets it back in the air. Thompson back up. Radical steps back to get it. Doesn't get enough of it, but just enough to get it over. Tipped on the back. Luke gets it back up in the air. Thompson on the run, going to get it back up for Radical. Steps up to get it. Blocked at the nets. Tipped off the hands of Gurgle, out of play. And Memorial up by 2, 6-4, and a timeout by the Lancers. Back to the timeout. Lancers down by 2, 6-4 after taking the first set. Lost the second. We are now in the third, 2:15. Dug on the back by Starland. Back across for Radical. Blocked at the net again. And Memorial goes up by 3. And that one going to head out of play, trying to go cross court. Ended up sending it a tad long on the sideline. Puts the Lancers back within 2, 7-5. With Thompson now heading back to serve. Dug up center by Durkop. Sets it up quickly. That one going to drop down right between Thompson and Leduc. Puts Memorial right back up by 3, 8-5. Now Durkop back to serve. Received high by Leduc. Thompson on the run, going to set one up for Radical. Good touch. Right off the block into the floor. Going to give it right back to the Lancers within 2. Wade enters in for Gurgle, and it'll be Bartles back to serve. Trying to keep the Lancers in this as we near the middle of this third set. Durkop will dig it up from the floor. Set across near side. Tip to the net. Radical gets it back in the air. Back to the Memorial side. Sent to the back line. And dropping it down. Memorial right back up by 3. Straupelander to serve along with Koenig for the Lancers for Starland. To the back, Rubik is there. Thompson will set one up for Radical coming for back row. That one going to drop down right on the back line to give the Lancers a chance back within 2. And now Radical back to serve for serving Ben. Almost perfect here today. Now they're going to need some more aces for her to try to keep themselves in this one. Down the line, out of play. Right back to Memorial. Lancers last year in the Memorial tournament played Memorial for first place, won the first set, ended up losing the last 2. And now in this year's Memorial tournament, playing Memorial for third place, won the last 1, and are just 5 points away from losing the last 2. Received high from Radical. Set up center for Quaid. Diving save, going to get it back up. Set back for Schroeder. Radical right there to get it. Set across for LeDuc. That one blocked in the net, but out of play. As the Lancers get it back within 2, 10-8. And now Starland back to serve. Into the net, which puts Memorial right back up by 3, 11-8. And it'll be Topper back to serve, who went on a 5-0 run to win that second set. And if she can get 4 straight here, she can do it again. To the back, tip high by LeDuc. Bartles can't get there in time, and it's a 4-point lead. Radical right there to get it. Starland backs up. Set up for Thompson. Tip tied on the line. Miscommunication. Now we're going to drop down. And the Lancers break it after just 3 straight, bringing themselves back within 3, 12-9. Gurgle back in for Quaid, and it'll be Gurgle back to serve. Lancers need to go on a run. Dug up. Miscommunication. As number 4... Ralph had to come get it. Ended up sending it farther out of bounds, and the Lancers bring it back within 2, 12-10. Straight center once again on the run. That one sent up, back over, and out of play. Back-to-back serves can't be returned, and now it's a 1-point game, 11-12. And it'll be Gurgle back with a chance to tie. And now a timeout by Memorial. Lancers down by 1, 12-11. Gurgle still serving. Back to the timeout. 12-11. Lancers down by 1. Gurgle on a nice little run here, looking to tie it up. See by Jerkoff in the back. Set one up quickly, center off the net. Drop it down in the line. Regardless, Lancers in the net. As Memorial goes up by 2, 13-11. Lancers got to break this one as quickly as possible as they are running out of room here. With Memorial just 2 points away from taking the third set and the last match of the day. Back to do it will be Schroeder. High from LeDuc. Set across for Thompson. Good touch over the block. That one gonna drop down. Sent under the net by Schroeder. As the Lancers get back within 1, 13-12. It'll be LeDuc back to serve. This is the rotation the Lancers want. And they tie it up here. Dug up in the back. Set back, has to fade away to get it. Out of play down the sideline, and we're tied at 13. Big deciding point here. Winner of it will have a chance to serve for the win. Luke back to do it. Good spot, dug up in the back. Running, saving it back up in the air. And sent over. Out of play down the line. Untouched by the Lancers. They're up by one, 14-13. And the final timeout from Memorial. Lancers up by one, 14-13. Just 1 point away. Quick timeout from Memorial, down by one, 14-13. As the Lancers in the rotation, they want their senior triangle with Leduc in the back serving. Thompson and Radical both on either side, as they've had the most success this year with it. And currently on a 2-0 run after being down 13-12. Up by one, 14-13. They are 1 point away from taking this last set and the match. Leduc back for the win. Diving safe. Sets one back up on the run. Tip back up by Radical. That one out of play. And the game will continue. 14-14 with Memorial back to serve. Trying to retake a lead late. Received by Leduc. Thompson sends it across for Radical. That one will drop down. A big kill from Radical. As the Lancers go right back up by one, 15-14. And now it'll be Thompson back with another chance to take the set. Line drive to the back, sent high close to the net. Sets one back, she's gonna tap it over, tip back high by Radical. Back up for Starland, and she'll pump it to the back line. Sent back across. Quick set near side, that one will drop down as well. Tying this game right back up at 15. Dirk up now for Memorial. Lancers have had two chances to win it. They want a chance as well. That one onto the sideline. As they go up by one now, 16-15. And now Memorial a chance to end it here. Receive center by Leduc. Thompson sets one up for Bartles. Good spot. Tip back high by Durkop. Set across near side. Radical on a dive. Gets it back in the air. Gurgle back up. And Thompson will pump it to the back line. Received across by Durkop. Set back far side. Blocked at the net. Tip back high. Bump back near side. Received cleanly by Radical. Thompson back up for Radical. And the game continues. Tip twice to the floor. We're tied at 16. Wade in for Gurgle. And now Bartles back to serve. Great day serving for Bartles. Does she have a few more in her? Trying to retake a Lancer lead. Diving save center. Sent back up into play. Long way to go. And just going to tap it over. Received by Leduc. Thompson up for Radical. Blocked at the net and onto the line. Memorial right back up by one, 17-16. Memorial, their second chance to take the set here. To the back, tip tied by Leduc. And that one going to drop down. And Ace Memorial will end it 18-16. As for the second year in a row, the Lancers lose their final game of the Memorial Tournament to Memorial after taking the first set and then losing the next two. Got it into extra points, but couldn't quite finish it off as they will drop now to 14-12 on the year. Going 1-3 in the Memorial Tournament, came into it 13-9, lost the first, won the second before losing the last two. As they go to 14-12 before a short week. Nothing till Thursday, home game against Oliva. That'll be a tough conference game for them, but it'll be at home. Final tournament against Altoona on Saturday, and then senior night the Tuesday after that, and finishing off with the Thursday after that at CFC. Lancers go 1-3 in the tournament, 14-12 on the year, losing to Memorial in 3 sets.